but Chukwu Abiyama alone do we worship. That is why we offer him praise. That is why we offer him adoration and adulation. That is why we have come to submit all that we are today, likely to be tomorrow, and any time in the future, to the mercy and the grace of the throne of heaven. Therefore, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, ekekere eluigwe n'ụwa ọbasi bi n'igwe, nna eze onye ebube, na ngọzi na n'otuto na ịja mma niile, onye nwe m na Chineke. Anyị na-akpọku aha nsọ nke gị, anyị na-erubere gị isi, na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, n'ihi na onweghị onye ọzọ anyị ga-efe ma ọ bụ naanị gị Jehova. Only you are we going to worship. Therefore, we present before you this very evening. We are fallible. We are blemished. But we trust in you and not in man. Therefore, this very entity, this very sceptered land that you bequeathed to our ancestors, this very place that when you were bringing us to, there was no Awusa Fulani anywhere to be seen. But we became so sinful that the very uncircumcised, the very, very Gentile, that is, the white people, British especially, they came, they pillaged, they killed, they colonized, and they handed over your children to those who don't know you. They handed us over to those people. And here we are today. We cannot even worship you properly. We are petitioning you, Chukwu Abiyama, in heaven. Please have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon your children. As we sang when we were younger, please, my Lord, be merciful unto your children. This wasn't your plan for us. There was no time you created us to become subservient. Can you how can your children be slaves? How can your children, your handiwork, the people that you made, how can they become subservient to those who don't worship you? Unthinkable. Is there anything that you want us to do that we are not doing? Is there any other special way? Chukwu Abiyama binigwe, in what way have we wronged you? Are you not merciful anymore? Why are we being humiliated? Why are we being shamed this very way? We call upon your grace with every authority bestowed in us as your children to ask you to come down here to give us the courage, the strength, and the fortitude to resist this very evil that is fast advancing and enveloping your children. Never forget that we represent the light. You created us to bring light to this very darkened and hate-filled continent. The time has come for you to make us whole once again. We have sinned and we have confessed openly. We call upon you. We have nobody else if not you. Chukwu Okike Abiyama. We have nobody else. Nobody else. We have nobody. That is why we come to you. You are not man. Please be merciful. Please raise your children from all over the world, from IPOB families all over this very planet. Give them the vision, the wisdom, the understanding to discern what is to come, and to render every help at their disposal to ensure that your glory will be witnessed upon this very earth, as was prayed for by Yahweh Yeshua, that your kingdom will come and your will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. So Biafra ka na your Chineke. I don't want money. I don't want anything to do with wealth. All I want is Biafra, nothing more, nothing less. We are not doing anything with wealth and riches. So when you have Jaconobanko, absolutely nothing. All we ask for is Biafra. That your name may be worshipped, that you may be praised. Mankind, because of Biafra, will come back to you once again. They will say, we did everything to stop them, but they prevailed. That means that their God is very, very strong. And when they come to us and ask us, please tell us the name of this your God, we tell them, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. We do so that your name may be praised now and to eternity. He said,
welcome, Director Nnamdi Kanu. Welcome, Uchimafo, and everybody here today. To introduce myself, for those of you who don't know, I'm Carol Monday. I'm affectionately known as Law Carol Chidima Monday. I'm the special representative of the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. I want to discuss with you today embracing change as Biafra evolves. I'm going to talk a little bit today about IPOB and how we are evolving, especially in regard to media, because they are at the heart of our struggle today. I've been with IPOB now, apparently I was told recently, I've been with IPOB 7 years. So that's how long I've been in the struggle. IPOB media started to expand shortly after the Jonathan elections, 2014, 2015, to counter the Yoruba media, the fake news, etc. Okay, so the Nigerian media houses are unfortunately, not only do they carry nepotism and sentimentalism. If you have a couple £100, you can pay a Nigerian media house to print whatever you want them to print, because they have no loyalty to the freedom of press. Okay, so to counter the Yoruba media, we set up national media. And these are the national media families: Biafra writers, family writers, Umuchuku writers, Biafra reporters, IPOB writers, which at the moment is currently looking for a new editor. I'll come back to that in a minute. And most recently, the recent addition is TBRV, for Restoration Voice. If you go to the next one. The key for us, freedom of press. All of the families that I've just mentioned all run independently. They all are autonomous in the Biafran way. We're trying to rid ourselves of the Nigeria stigma. None of the people that work in the IPOB media in any branch is paid. They are all volunteers. When we started the national media, there is to Biafrans worldwide for that. When we started the IPOB media, it was on a skeleton fund, and as you know, media is the last to be funded in this struggle because there are a lot greater priorities. Sorry, I don't have my reading glasses today. No IPOB family member, this shouldn't be live by the way, no IPOB family member is allowed to set up a website or use the IPOB name or the Radio Biafra London name. Obviously this is for security reasons. If you were to go and start up a training company, you wouldn't Nike, would you? So the same way, we maintain that you shouldn't set up another website with that. Without permission from the leadership, that is. All of the national media, if we go back one again, all the national media have different websites. There are websites set up by IPOB, and we have affiliated websites. They're all checked by some leadership to make sure that they're secure so that we have no sabotage or leaks from those websites. Other than that, they have freedom of press. The next one, please, sorry. And of course we have, going on from national media, we have BTV. And then, if we go to the next one, and obviously everybody knows Facebook. We have admins that work the Facebook groups, Radio Biafra London and Radio Biafra London 2. If you're on the wrong group, make sure you're on the group with 1.7 million people. The Facebook group has admins that run 24 hours a day now. They clear between 4,000 to 5,000 posts a day in the group. So if yours is hanging a bit, know that the volunteers are highly stressed. They do have regular day jobs, some of them, those that are able to work within the media. Like I said, all volunteers, the only thing that they run on is Biafra spirit, which they have in abundance. Next one. Radio Biafra, this is the one we all know and love. We started in London, with director and Ochimafo. We are now currently airing for South Africa, Middle East, USA 1, USA 2 and land, so that we can expand the broadcast to run 24 hours a day. Next one. We also started Hausa service in the north, Nigeria Hausa service, to combat the fact that they tried to make a Nigeria Radio Biafra, so we started the Hausa service. Unfortunately, the Hausa service is currently suspended at the moment for lack of funding. It's been down to just over a month, I think. Now, it costs a lot of money to run that service daily with the AM charges, and at the moment our priority is to the Biafra land transmitters. So obviously we have a lack of funding in the struggle with election times. Sorry, I might trouble with my breathing. Obviously with election times this is crucial for us at the moment, but you know, hopefully this will be back up next few months, although they are looking for alternatives, ways to air the Niger POB families worldwide. A lot of people contributed to it, and it was to raise money for media on the ground. Okay, so we've had a massive wide gap in media, and we still have a massive wide gap. We're struggling to work with coordinators. From the ground, we felt that we had a massive ground gap as well, because the national media, some of them are from diaspora, and so we were missing a lot of the ground information. With welfare working with a lot of the media teams on the ground, also there's a shortage of information coming from what's happening on the ground to up onto the mainstream to media, and also to go to Intel. So we set up state media, and these are the state media houses, if I can remember them off the top of my head. The northern state medias is for Nigeria, so we get feedback from Kano and all the places in the north. You'll see all your states there: Enugu, Imo, Abia, Bayelsa, Delta. Also we cover Abuja and Lagos. I think of Rivers as well, I missed there. So we're covering all the state medias. However, the state media is very struggling right now. They are attacked daily, and you must have seen on the Facebook group recently. You cannot imagine what the state media goes through on a daily basis, and they survive on handouts throughout IPOB. There is very little funding for media, because we're at the bottom of the barrel, so to speak. Obviously legal, current affairs for politics, etc. There's a lot more funding that has to go out before they get to media. The state media teams are, like I said, struggling to deal with welfare. Their businesses are attacked, shops are burnt down, they come to their houses, they arrest them. If they're students from universities, they go to the university and they go to the head desk level and they say, oh yes, call this student, and then they arrest that student at university. They go to people's jobs and wait for them. So currently our state media is having major problems on the ground with arrests. Quite often their video equipment is taken, their phones are smashed, police harass them. They are your front line and they are suffering. Today I read a report from a South African journalist who was picked up, and they thought he was an IPOB media journalist. He was held in the back of a van for 2 hours before they realized he had a South African accent. So and then they released him. So that goes to show you what they do to Biafrans. Next one. Oh, no, this one. This is the Biafra State newspaper. To not rely on handouts to make money, they now have a Biafra Land newspaper. This is only the second edition now. They are having problems again with security. It's dangerous to print this, but they're still doing it and still trying to raise money rather than ask for handouts. They want to try and do it on their own, and it's something we're investing to try and help them, to support them to get going, because once that goes out into every coordinated family, it will raise money for media. Quick timeline. New media. This is actually director's baby and deputy director's baby, because they like to tweet. Twitter. This section is the new media now. Like I said, it's director's baby, to help bring Twitter and the new formats of social media forward in the struggle, because there's a lot more coming on. Vivo, Snapchat, Instagram, there's quite a few coming now. Last one. It's alright, I've only got 30 seconds left. We rely on handouts for data and equipment. Expansion now. We want to expand the music department because, like we know, every Biafran loves music. We have quite a few celebrities in Europe that work with us now, and we want to expand on that. We have existing studios for music. We have one in Biafra Land and one in New York with another. We want to expand on that. BTV development is now going to work more with the film industry, so Biafra has their own industry rather than relying on Nollywood. Education, obviously, is the primary one. And obviously we want to encourage European nations especially for education funding, so we get to more events, the World Genocide events. BEAD, which is advertised here today, is the UK one, and we're looking for a more permanent setting for a World Genocide event, so we can have all the information of what is happening to Biafrans. Biafra Goods is another one, made in Biafra. Charity begins at home, so they say. So we are trying to encourage more made in Biafra. The final plea I'm going to give before I run off, cooperation between the IPOB. We are family. Thank you. Assistance in media. If you can volunteer any of your time, we do want very good writers. If you have any experience with the computers, if you are good at editing, or if you just are very good at doing political speeches, please contact me. Also, it's a sense of duty. We have a sense of duty to Biafra. Like I said, we're volunteers. If you volunteer, your time will be great. Although I know most of you are volunteers as coordinators here. Like I said, it's to bridge the gap between the coordinators and media. Those of you who are coordinators here have media personnel in your team. I think Leeds, we've got BTV here. London has quite a few media team. It does bridge the gap for the coordinators if they're linked with media, because then they get to know what's happening. When you come into the media teams, we don't just bring you in and you work, because we're structured to be autonomous. It's how you work. If you do well, you shift up quickly. It's the amount of work that you can add into it. We can't hold dead weight, which unfortunately as people move, location, personal things happen to them, obviously we have to keep regenerating the media stuff. That's all for me. Thank you everybody. All hail Biafra.
Lord Chidimba, thank you for that. The next able leader, superior leader, I'd like to present someone very special. She's also called Chidimba, but she's been campaigning for Biafra since the 60s. In fact, over here is a picture. Yep. We went to Hull, and another lady, a white lady, said, I remember Biafra when I was at university, but 50 years ago. We have our own Lolo, Chidimma, Veronica, and in my hand is money they were paying in the 60s for Defense Fund. This is 28th of April 1968 Defense Fund. Now they were students in those days, and they came to study, but the war broke out. But she not only go on the campaign marches, she also paid Defense Fund. So no more excuses, guys. So please, Lolo, come and talk to us.
Good evening, our Supreme Leader, Mazi, directors, and our coordinators, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming tonight, well today, for this wonderful meeting. My main purpose for standing here is we've been campaigning regarding setting up women forum, women organization, because where there is any organization without strong backing of women, that organization doesn't really move forward, because there is no man. Thank you. Everybody is born of a woman, and therefore women can do a lot. I came here in the 60s as a student, and in 2010 I decided to take an early retirement and go home, because there is no place like home. I went home, sold all my properties here, sold everything, sold my car, because I was a lecturer, so I was able to drive all over the place, and went home, spent 3 years there. I had to come back because the place was not good, really not good. So when I came back, I started from scratch. It's against my wish to be here. I've been in the forefront of really campaigning for us to get Biafra. I have children, I have grandchildren, and it would be my greatest wish to see that Biafra exists. Someone wrote in the platform Facebook and said, why do we talk about Biafra? Why do we talk about Biafra? After all, when Biafra comes, it's the same people that makes up Nigeria that will stay in Biafra that we need to really think about. I said to them, even if I have to sell my property and make sure that Biafra exists, I will do so. I love Biafra so much. I went home to Nigeria, spent 3 years. I could have gone to Abuja, I could have gone to Lagos, but I stayed in Owerri. I am from Owerri and I stayed there. So my main purpose today is not to do anything but to say that we need to set up a women's organization, and we are privileged to have been given the permission to set up women organization. Thank this is the symbol. It's called Association of Biafran Women. No, Association of Biafran Action Women. It's abbreviated as Aba Women. Aba Women. When you look at it at the top, A, B, small a, and W, it stands Aba Women. And Aba Women is this year, Aba Women, on the 18th of November. My birthday is 17th, so I remember this distinctively. On the 18th of November, this year will be 90 years. Women stood their ground in Aba and said, we are not paying tax. Yes, so our women have been really very active. Even when I went home, women were buying lands, building properties, letting it out. We women in England, we need to really get up and do something. So, and this is shirt we have designed. We are still preparing things. This is the t-shirt. So we are hoping that I've taken some names today. So we are hoping to set up women organization that would not only cater for the new generation, but also cater for women that are back home struggling. Because women there, they would do anything, they will go to different places. When we ask women to contribute or do something here, we are always penny pinching. We cannot get Biafra by penny pinching. We have to put our hand in our pocket and make sure that that Biafra comes in. Because nobody in this world that is a slave, because they treat us like slave in there. Biafran women have always been anywhere. I was researching to see if the same taxation they impose on Biafran women in 1929 was it the same in the north? No. Was it the same in the south, in the western region? No. It's only in Biafra land that was done. So can we really, because once we are emancipated, we will not be getting any more bad treatment. We need to stand up and be counted. And it is time we say that, yes, we need to stand. And we need to now start preparing. We need to start preparing for 18th November 2019 for the 90th anniversary of Aba Women. I salute you all and thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, the great people of Biafra. Wherever you are, I welcome you. You welcomed me earlier. I am now welcoming you to this very live presentation because the whole world is listening to us. We are live and we are direct from this very location here in London on this very sad day. It is a very sad day because a lot of people have been killed back home. It is a very sad day because nothing works in the Zoological Republic. It's a very sad day because the whole essence and tenet of democracy has been turned on its head. And I'm sure that civilized nations watching what is happening in the zoo cannot believe it. The only bright side to my experience today is that I came here, all gathered here. It is a spot of good news for me on this very sad day. But I'm here to address all of you, to look at the issues that have been bothering this very great family in the UK, because UK is arguably the strongest IPOB family in the whole world. I need you to understand that. Now, I want to stand when I'm addressing you with the microphone, please. The wireless microphone. This very IPOB family in the UK is very unique. When we started, it wasn't this way. But when I was incarcerated, when I was imprisoned by the now late, dead, decaying Buhari somewhere in Saudi Arabia, this great family came to life. And you have my respect, you have my regard, and because of the work you are doing, Biafra is going to come. Our problems started from this very country, and from here a solution will come to our problems. Our mother and our sister spoke about women. They were the first to rise against colonialism in the whole of Africa, because flowing through our veins is freedom. We are born as free people, and we are going to die like free people. These journeys sometimes appear so difficult that some of us begin to think about the impossibility. But nothing is impossible before Chukwukika Biamada asked us to come. Apart from the Jews in Israel, of which of course we are related to, and I can prove it to you if you want me to tonight. We worship Elohim by the name we give to our children. Ndị ọcha na-aza brown, pink, yellow, Penelope. Akwa otu ọ dị. Anyị na-aza Chukwu dị. Chukwu bụ ife. Ife anyị Chukwu. Chinọmụ nso. Chike dị n'aka. That same one indivisible Elohim in heaven. There is no way he can be in heaven and allow us to continue to suffer in the damnable zoological republic. Is impossible. That is what drives me, that is what propels me. And I don't worship idol. I worship the same Chineke that our ancestors worshipped. The nonsense happening today in the zoo was tried 300 years ago.
After the Fulani succeeded in conquering the entire Hausa race and subjugated them, turned them from the half-brain monarchies into the emirates you have today. Hausas helped them to decimate the Middle Belt. They helped them to conquer parts of Yoruba land. Fulani never succeeded before, and not in this time. They can never succeed. They came to fight corruption before. 300 years ago, they came to Hausa land and told them, we have come to fight corruption. Today, in the 21st century, luckily he's now dead. They are still fighting. The same people that claim they are fighting corruption are the same people today snatching ballot boxes. They are the ones emptying the treasury, driving the money to Tinubu's house in Lagos to be shared amongst voters. They are the same people this very day giving money to people to vote for them. But they have come to fight. We keep selling ourselves short all the time. When I say it, there was a German reporter that came to my house in 2017 when I was released from prison. After interviewing me, he wrote a report for Deutsche Welle in Germany and said to them that I'm a racist. And I said to them, if defending my people is racism, then I will gladly answer to the name a racist. And I will tell you why. What do you think the cabal is doing in the zoo? Do you think they love you? We called for election boycotts to achieve something. To show them how powerful we are, to show them how powerful you are, to prove to the zoo that IPOB is the greatest, most formidable freedom fighting outfit in the whole world. Bar none. Bar none. When we started, they called us miscreants, jobless. I like that word, miscreant. I like unattendant. The whole world is listening to us. They call all of you miscreants. The day they referred to this great family as miscreants, I knew that was the end of the zoo. Who is our UK coordinator? He's a what? An orthopedic surgeon. Do you know of any Fulani orthopedic surgeon? I will ask again. Do you know of any Fulani orthopedic surgeon before? Al-Majri is calling an orthopedic surgeon a miscreant. Then you judge for yourself who the miscreant is. Did they conduct elections today in the zoo? Is that in elections? We determined that it should be that way. Listen very, very carefully to me. This great family called IPOB determined that the outcome of the zoo elections will be marred with violence and mayhem. Inconclusive. That's what they will say tomorrow. How did we make it possible? Because we knew from the beginning. When they heard about our boycott, APC, the governing party, was very pleased. I said in IPOB, I always have 3 plans. You only know one. In this case, boycott. UTMF4 knows 2. By virtue of the authority you gave me, I am the only person that knows all three. When the history of 2019 elections is written in the zoo, one name will be dominant. IPOB. Boycott. Very serious trap. They brought every Igbo elder, every Biafran elder that I respect to pressure me to call it off, and I said no until you sign my documents for me. And that very document was duly signed, and we have it. Once they signed the document, I lifted the boycott to achieve two things that some of you may not know. If we had gone ahead with the boycott, our land would have been divided. Do you know that? Because our people are Republicans by nature. What we'll be hearing is that Nnamdi Kanu. Understand me very well. The other thing that it did was to ensure that nobody will blame us for what is happening today in the zoo. Had we not lifted the boycott, every violent act, every mayhem, every bombing, every killing will be attributed to IPOB. Some people were complaining back home. As in Anima and I can lift the boycott to the Kapalaga with a PVC. I said, that's where you got it wrong. You don't understand that when you're going to war, you have different approaches. It is not everybody today who is part of our security back home. Some people are in the media, as Carol said. Some people will work for our women. Some of you are coordinators. Some of you are standing guard today, making sure that we are safe. Let those that have the PVC go and represent your interest. You don't have to be there. Understand this logic very simply. If you have PVC or not, it doesn't matter. Those that have their PVCs have covered you. Are you aware of that? You that did not select your PVC, you made it possible also for the agreement to be signed. Do you understand what I'm saying? I wanted to prove to them that without guns and bullets, we will collapse the zoo. If they had known that I would call off the boycott, the elections wouldn't have continued. They would have stopped. But I lifted the boycott when it was too late for them to do anything about it. The only alternative left for Jubril is to introduce murder, to introduce chaos, to introduce mayhem. And that's what they're doing today. But one fact is very clear. Those that doubted us before when we call Nigeria a zoo, will they doubt us anymore now? Will they doubt us anymore again? Have you seen how many people they've killed? Some of you are not on social media. Go and have a look. When we told them that the zoo cannot conduct elections, nobody wanted to believe us. But it's now very clear for the whole world to see that Nigeria is unworkable. Nigeria is unworkable. Anybody who believes in Nigeria with any sense of sincerity needs medical help. When I spoke about Jubril, I told the whole world about Jubril. In Israel, I had a meeting with very important people. When I go to such meetings, I don't go alone. I took other people with me. And I asked the lady, do you know who Buhari is? She said to me, but of course he's dead. Who doesn't know he's dead? And I said to her that in the zoo, they don't believe that Buhari is dead. And she asked me, why are they finding it difficult to believe? I said, because they know if they concede that Buhari is no more, the zoo will no longer exist. That means they've been living a lie. That means they brought in this man from Sudan to impersonate a whole president of the country. And who are those involved in the conspiracy? I will tell you. The Hausa Fulani cabal that governs your life. Those that can appoint any security chief without anybody talking about it, there's nothing you can do about it. They can appoint whoever they like. INEC is Fulani. Customs is Fulani. Police is Fulani. Immigration is Fulani. NMPC Fulani. Navy Fulani. Where there is no stream, ordinary stream in the desert, is a naval commander. Only in the zoo. They conspired with Yoruba media because an enemy of my enemy is my. That was what they did. Yoruba media decided to run against the Jubril story, knowing fully well that any credible expose on Jubril will bring the zoo to an end. And they don't want the zoo to come to an end because they are benefiting from it. That was why some of our brothers, those that collected amnesty money and sold themselves and not us. This is one thing they never understand. All the oil that fuels the economy of the zoo comes from our land, isn't it? Is it therefore appropriate that all the headquarters of the oil companies are located in Yoruba land? There is a man called Akinola Aguda. You may not know him. Do you know him? Do you know him? He was the Yoruba man that chaired the committee that saw the transfer of the capital of the zoo from Lagos to Abuja. And one day we are doing it. Akinola Aguda extracted from Ibrahim Badamosi Bwangida and the Fulani elite that every seaport in Biafra land will be closed. Only Lagos will be open if they want the capital to move to Abuja. And they agreed. They agreed. So you don't know that before. Now you know. Akinola Aguda was the man responsible for making sure that Iguacha seaport is not working, Warri seaport is not working, Calabar is not working. And some of our people can still stand up and tell me that there is something decent about one Nigeria. And not only that, after shutting down your seaports, you go to Lagos to clear your goods or your cars. And then they use the same Fulani custom men that you paid in the wharf, they line them on the road again, all the way to your village, collecting money from us as we go past each and every checkpoint. When you complain, you go to the commissioner of police in your state or to the DPO. The same DPO is from Fulani in our own land. None of the people attempting to fault IPOB strategy can tell us today what they have done for our people. As I said, when the terms and conditions that they signed up to are published, most of them will commit suicide. I assure you of that. I have been saying it and I'll keep saying it. I have met many people. We have discussed Biafra. They have asked me, what will it take? And I challenge anybody to go and ask any of them. What my response has always been. This thing that my people want must be done. Nobody can ever tell you that Nnamdi Kanu asked for this or for that. When Ojus Okalo came to prison to see me, have I told you before what we discussed? I will tell IPOB UK today. Ojus Okalo asked me to abandon Biafra agitation. That anything I want can be given to me. I have witnesses. I have witnesses. And I asked him, how do you intend to emancipate our people? And he suggested full participation in the politics of the zoo. And I said to him, let us assume that I agree with you. What do you think is the pressing need now for a Biafran in the zoo? Or for an Igbo man to be very particular. He said we need presidency. Listen very carefully. And I said to him, since you have honored me by coming here to see me and by recommending we join zoo politics, please go amongst all of you, the errand boys that call themselves elite. Go and bring out one person amongst all of you. Say this is our presidential candidate. If you do it, I will support you and that very person. Do you know what he told me? That it is not possible. Go and ask. I said, go and produce somebody. And I said to him, have you seen how you have sold yourself so cheaply? When I was arrested on the 14th, it was October, wasn't it? 2015. IPOB all over the world rose. We blocked Head Bridge on it for 4 days. No traffic. I never paid anybody to do that. IPOB recognized what I represented. I knew that if they don't do anything, the zoo will insult me. IPOB blocked Bridge on it. Obasanjo said give them presidency. Babangida said give them presidency. All it would have taken was for Hanessa to rise up and to say that what IPOB is saying is correct. That's all it would have taken. And the zoo will be gone for good. When that time came, then as they normally do. How can people be there and this small boy is telling you people what to do? Instead of fighting the zoo that is killing us, they left the zoo. They started to attack Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. You know what they did very cleverly? That offer of presidency, they withdrew it and put it in their pocket. And said, we now have them where we want them. Let them go and be fighting amongst themselves. They abandoned what they were supposed to be doing and started fighting me and IPOB. That was how your presidency went through the window. And I went to Enugu to see Nyawodo. Too much in Abaliago. went to see Nyawodo. I went in Nyawodo's house 2 times. The first time he was in the USA. Second time we met him. And see, Annam, I've come to greet you. He asked me, how are we going to do this thing? And I said to him, go to Abuja and get them to sign my document. I never change. I don't change. Very, very consistent. He said I should call off election boycott in Anambra, and I said to him, use it as a leverage. Go to Ugwawosa and tell them that these people are saying no. Give me something to take back to them. Understand the language. Give me something. And they asked me, what is that something? And I gave them this list. Was formed in 2015. It has never changed. I gave him the same list. Say, take it to them. They must give us something now before we lift any boycott, isn't it? They refused. Anambra elections. This thing we are doing now, we've done it before. In case you don't know, let me remind you. November of 2017, we did exactly the same thing. Rather than coming to sign the agreement, they brought army to come and kill me and to kill Ipob. These are able men. I asked them, what did I do to you? Open it. They said he doesn't listen to elders. I said, but me too, I am an elder. I said to Nyawodo and the governors of the southeast, go to Abuja, tell them Ipob said no until they concede to our demands. Why should an international flight take off from Kebbi, a place that nobody even remembers? But not Calabar, Margaret Egbo International Airport. When you board Ethiopia Airlines sometimes from Enugu, you stop in Kanu, stop over before you continue your journey. But international flights can fly into, is it Jeba, they call it or whatever nonsense is called, in the north. Do you know how many international airports they have in the north? You don't know. It's over 10. Over 10. I asked them to upgrade Enugu Airport to the same standard as Lagos. I asked them to open Igwota Seaport. I asked them to build all our roads. Igwota, Enugu, Anisha, Omanya Owere. Is that a bad thing? These are simple things that can be done. And I said to Nyawodo, if you cannot take this simple demand to Abuja, I don't know what you're doing here. I can't understand it. Is it difficult that you want your roads built? You want your airports opened? You want your seaports opened? Is that too big a thing to ask for? The alternative was to come and kill me. They came, and as they say, the rest is history. They came to my house to kill me. They didn't succeed. The next place they saw me in was in Israel, in Jerusalem, when I was praying. Oh, and then I online. And I said to them, if you manage to cross Badagry without passport and survive it, then you will know what it means to travel to Israel without a passport. And I told them that I will come back to England from where we started this very journey to address the people that made it possible for this journey to start from here. And as I told you in 2015, I will go back to the zoo. I will return to the zoo. And when I do so, the world will hear about it. Yahande Furniture Okromena 2022 will happen that same day. I said this last night and I'll repeat this very adage. In the sense that our people remember this all the time. Why we do things the way we do it. Biafrans are Republicans. When you're leading them, as you're running ahead, once in a while, you you know how we are. There's a way you be running at the front. Has no I lifted the boycott because I wanted Biafra to be one, marching forward, always. We can't afford any division in the house. We cannot afford any ideological conflict within this very house. But above all, we have what we have been looking for a very long time. And by lifting this very boycott, the zoo is boiling today because of it. And from it, the zoo will never ever recover. You see today's date. Today is the 23rd, isn't it? The zoo can never recover from this. That is why you must all remain very strong and resolute, determined and focused. It is only now that I'm beginning to appreciate what our leader went through. To serve our people is one of the most difficult assignments in the whole world. They said Moses suffered. I said Moses did not treat Biafran people. Because had Moses led our people, you know that time that Red Sea opened, as they're walking through, Moses will close it. Our people are very, very difficult, but at the same time, when I thought Zoo, open this again for me, please. I said today, then I got 23rd February. Zoo Amugo. We are intelligent people. There is a very big difference between being intelligent and being clever. It's not the same thing. Call for boycott. Oh, what did you call for boycott? Okay, we've lifted it. Oh, why did you lift it? I don't understand them. This night that I'm wearing a dark suit, they will say, why didn't you wear a white one or gray? INEC postpones elections in Lagos, in Rivers, in Anambra, and others. Ipob. This is happening because we lifted the boycott. That's all. And there's no date when they will do it again. Oh, we're gonna. It's finished for the zoo. Do you see how IPOB fight? Do you see how we reason? It is not due to our strength, our might, our intellect, our understanding, our superior reasoning. It is by the grace of Tuko. There was an old mother today back home. I don't know if anyone has seen the video. She was saying, I got to come in the IPOB in a poor churches and gas on her today. Now, when we tell them that Nigeria is a zoo, will anybody doubt us anymore? If we tell them that the zoo is unworkable, will they doubt us anymore? Anything we curse remain cursed. I was in the prison and I cursed the zoo. I was here. I'm also but I said to Britain, if you don't reverse your policies on Biafra, Elohim will deal with you. Did you hear me when I said that before? Britain must repent and support Biafra. If listen carefully to me, if Britain doesn't turn around to support Biafra, this country will be decimated that the Queen will only have England, even East Anglia, to call a kingdom. What I'm telling you is fact. Simple fact. Because one of my British friends, I spoke to her. And I said to her, do you know why God will punish Britain? And she said, no. I said, because we are the only people that has something in common with Britain more than any other race in Africa. And she said, but how is that possible? I said, let's start from our names that we even answer. Do we answer what culture? Where we come from? What culture? What culture? Do they have Mr. White and Mr. Black here? Or can they bring land on where? I want to be on ever. There is Mr. White and Mr. Black in England. The same way we have Wo culture and Wokoji. And I said to them, it is only in Biafra land as well as in England, because don't take anything away from them. England remains the most civilized country in the whole world. Bar none. I'm being honest with you. Bar none. This is the most civilized place on the face of this very earth. England is. And I was saying to her that the same thing is applicable to Biafra. And she said, why? I said, in my compound now, if I go outside and I see a visitor and I start to molest or to beat up that very visitor, somebody will come and ask me, what did that person do to you? Only Biafrans can do that. And that is why our life is incompatible with that of our Fulani forever and ever. We are not the same people. We can never be the same people. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. That is why we agitate, and that is why we keep agitating until Biafra is restored. You know, sometimes in this movement, we can be moving forward. We see an obstacle which we cannot explain to you. Rather than smash through the obstacle, we simply bypass it and we continue. Do you understand? How many of you knows that Python dance was conceived to provoke IPOB to see how many weapons we have? Do you know that is why they did it? They came to test us to see if we can retaliate. Once I give the order for retaliation, you know what they will do? They go to Sabongeri in Kanu, they will kill Igbo people. And then in the world, and the Mahi will say, oh, did we tell you he came to cause war? But I'm smarter than them. I asked the men not to retaliate. That Chukwu Kikabem will fight for us. And today Chukwu Kikabem is fighting for us. Because the zoo is collapsing. The zoo is collapsing. I ask you for one thing. I know, some of us who don't read very lengthy articles online. Once you look at the headline or the first or two paragraphs, I will ask each and every one of us here, please, if you're lettered enough to try and be online to help Carol and the team in the great work that they're doing. Very, very important. We have fought and defeated many enemies along the way. Very many enemies. And there are greater ones to come as well. And I'm asking you that the only way we can get to our promised land, which is Biafra, not just by mouthing unity at the sense of purpose, you have to demonstrate it individually and collectively. That takes me to the hierarchy of IPOB and how we function. I'll use UK as an example. Every coordinator in the UK is loyal to our national coordinator. Listen. There were those I chased away from IPOB because they were rude and insolent to my deputy. I take loyalty very, very seriously. The same way I'm loyal to you. I will never let you down. It can never ever happen. Be rest assured. Having said that, our national leader in the UK, Dr. Justice Okachi, has an executive that will guide him in what he's doing. And who are those executives, if you may ask me? Our coordinator in Birmingham, the one in Manchester, the one in London, the one in Cornwall. In all these great cities you have scattered all over UK, they make up his cabinet. Are you following me? I'm telling you how IPOB functions. Every coordinator in London, every coordinator, be it in non-head, be it in anywhere that is Greater London, reports to the London coordinator. Do you follow me? I didn't ask you to report to the national coordinator. You report to your local coordinator, the London coordinator, who now takes your concerns to the national coordinator. Before you get to the national coordinator, you go through the local coordinator you have, be it London, be it Manchester, be it Scotland, be it Wales, whatever it is. It's very, very important to understand this. I want, when our national coordinator in the UK is coming out, there will be respect and recognition of his office. If anybody disrespects our national coordinator, they will no longer be part of this very family. Very important. In the same vein, any coordinator in London who disrespects the London coordinator is in very serious trouble. The same thing happens in Manchester, in Birmingham, and in all the very big cities. That is the essence of command and control. We respect who is at the head. We tell you the truth. IPOB, they tell me the truth all the time. Even better ones. It doesn't mean that they hate you. It means that they want you to be better, to improve. Because people go to places and they talk about us. They wouldn't want you to do anything that will bring shame to them. why they advise, they keep telling, they keep writing all the time. Advice that we get. I want this family to be one. Because we have nothing. We have no knives, we have no guns, we have no bombs. The only thing that we have that our enemies are still struggling to find out how we made that possible is our unity and sense of purpose. That is what defines IPOB. When I was in prison, some people wanted me to die in prison. I did not die inside prison. Oh, they became so sad and unhappy. I came out. They said, he has sold the struggle. I said, sell the struggle to who? To your papa or to your mother? Who did I sell it to? They couldn't answer me. They said he will no longer move about. Because I understand full animal than they understand themselves. They wanted to do to me what they do was Rike. You don't know that? Go and look at it. Was Rike's bed condition the same thing as mine? Don't move about. Don't talk. Don't eat before 7 o'clock in the morning. Make sure you're in bed by 9 o'clock in the evening. When I came out of prison, I said to the world that I must preach this very gospel. They said I shouldn't go to places. If you come here, we will shoot you. If you come here, you will die. I reminded them of what I did in 2015. I don't know how many of you were with us then. In 2015, I traveled to Biafra land to go and do our remembrance, our heroes, 30th of May. I was in Aba, and there were threats all over the place that they will kill me when I come to Aba. I said, okay, I want to die in Aba. Because of that, I will come with my mother. So that when I die, somebody will take me back to where I come from. My mother came and sat beside my podium, and I said to her, if they shoot me and I die here today, you only have one assignment. You take me back to Samaforuko and bury me there. But today I will preach this very gospel. And we did. And nothing happened. They said I shouldn't move about, I shouldn't talk, I shouldn't speak, and I said, you're lying. The first man to call for my arrest because I was holding rallies, he's now dead. He's a senator. He died 4 weeks ago. I held rallies, unannounced rallies. I don't announce my appearance until 4 hours. Because if I give them 4 days notice, there'll be no movement. Anywhere I go to, the place is shut down without any announcement. Without paying people to identify with IPOB. That is one thing about our people that I love very much. And I said to them, it is easier to get our people. Very, very easy to get them. And they asked me what? I said the truth is Yoku Chineke. Once they know you need to follow you. The day that my house was attacked, I was on my way to Ogoni land. Some of you don't know this before. Ogoni elders invited me to come and address them. They got wind of it, and they said if we allow him to do in Ogoni what happened at Obibo when he went there, we will lose the whole of that area to Biafra. They attacked me at Obakala. They were firing live ammunition at us. Anybody who was there. And maybe I think the Somto must have recorded it. Not in my house, at Obakala, before they came to my house. We survived it. And then they felt that the best thing for them to do was to come and kill me. So when I see people writing or saying what they don't know about IPOB and myself and this great movement, I feel sorry for them. But I have only one comfort, consoling me, comfort of one because I'll have to rephrase that. Are you sure? I said I have comfort. Comfort of one can do. I'll be taken nothing. The only consolation that I have is when I look back, I see IPOB behind me. When I go through on the Chairman market is shut down. Drive-through only. Driving through only. Not on a visit, just a drive-through. As a problem. Isn't it very funny that since I came back to the UK, I keep seeing Yoruba people everywhere. And they keep wanting to take pictures with me. Without you, I am nothing. Do you know that? Do you know that? I am who I am because of you, because of IPOB. Here in the UK, I am renewing the same bond that I have with IPOB 7 years ago. That I will never ever let you down. Any day I wake up in the morning and not pray for you and not think about IPOB and how to restore Biafra. If you don't take my life, I know you're not God. Because of you, I do what I do, knowing fully well that victory is round the corner. And I ask all of you here present, please, understand what I said tonight. Understand how IPOB structure functions. Our national coordinator cannot hold a national executive meeting without all his coordinators around the country in attendance. Understand this very well. And who are those people I have mentioned? Of course, he has his deputy. And how many how many people do you have in your executive? How many people do you have you directly appointed running IPOB right now in the UK? Yes, 25 at the moment. That is executive. Those 25 coordinators, that's his executive. But there are the very big ones, those that control the very big cities. You must understand this. Our national, please. Nobody from Birmingham or Manchester should come to you without first going through their coordinator. The same thing applies in London. Nobody. When they come to you, ask them to go and see their coordinator. Unless they have a complaint. That was the reason why I removed everybody challenging UTMF4. If you challenge him, I will remove you. I never promoted Karomonde, but she was there right from the beginning. I said this in London meeting and allow me to repeat because the world is listening. There are people that contributed so much to this very movement. Even those I have not seen or met before. I acknowledge and recognize all your hard work and your effort towards this very movement. We are not doing it for a reward. Can go in London also. And I am Mariano. I am not doing Biafra because I want to be head of state because I will not be. And make a whole hard. Any person emotion, go and make sure that Biafra is restored and your work is done and you're out of the way. Those that will run Biafra, I will send them. I am not doing what I'm doing to command or to rule over anybody. Understand this, please. But I'm very glad today, having seen what I have seen previously at the London hardcore meeting, we called it. And this general house today, the whole of the UK, I can confidently say that the IPOB family in the UK are in very safe hands. The only good thing you will do for me is that you will give our national coordinator your fullest cooperation imaginable. I am a human being, so also is my deputy, the London coordinator. Sometimes I may get it wrong because I'm human. And when you want to correct me, you correct me with a lot of affection. Correct me with love, if possible. You can admonish me, but admonish me with concern for the integrity of this very movement. Not out of spite, jealousy, envy, or greed. In our land, in Kanu, none of your relatives in Kanu voted today. They said no. Do you know that? Our people in Kanu, we are not allowed to vote today. Those in Ipob dominated areas in Lagos, we are not allowed to vote today. Do I need to go and evangelize anymore that Nigeria don't want us? You see this IPOB, every time we call ourselves Sumu Chineke, we don't even know the meaning of it. I want to let you know that IPOB was ordained by God himself. And that is why this movement can never be broken by anybody. Reading on Facebook for only 3 or 4 days, he gets to somewhere. You can't do anything to IPOB, I'm telling you. They kill us, we come out to march the next day. They kill, we come out to march the very next day. Because we are determined. Because we are resolute. Because we don't retreat nor surrender. Somebody told Fulani people and Ohaneze, okay, see Basu and Dave Rumahi. If you want to destroy IPOB, go and kill Nnamdi Kanu. Once you kill him, IPOB will collapse. I was in DSS custody, they couldn't kill me. I went to Kuje, they couldn't kill me. They came to my house, they could not kill me. But one thing they have done for us is this. Any day we pick up arms to fight the zoo, do you think anybody will blame us? That's what I said. And from today, you will remember that this day that I'm addressing this family in the UK, that the zoo have started to collapse. And there is nothing anybody can do to fix or to repair it anymore. I expect this family of IPOB to grow more than it was ever before. If you're in this very hall tonight, you're very lucky. Very, very lucky. Because you are about to witness what has never happened before. The emergence of a truly independent and a free nation in Africa. But above all, some of you have potentials. Your reward will come when Biafra is restored. Not now. So work very hard for it. And by the grace of Chukwu Kabiama, we shall be successful in the end. Thank you very much.
Holy, holy, Nnamdi Kanu, Mother Savior. Holy, holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Savior. Holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Holy, holy.